Hi, welcome back to Grandma Ray Don't Play, and I'm Rachel. So today I want to show you how to make chicken dumpling soup. That's right, chicken dumpling soup. So I'm going to break this up into 3 segments. The first segment, I'm going to show you how to debone and cut up a chicken breast. So we're going to actually cut the chicken breast off the bone so that when you, let's say, have some bone-in chicken breast, I can show you how to get the bone out so that you can use that for a stew or chicken salad or whatever you want to do. So that's going to be the first segment. The next thing I'm going to show you is how to make the chicken soup, okay? And then that's the second segment. So after each segment, I'm going to end it and then start the next one. And the last segment, I'm going to show you how to make the dumplings, okay? And they're going to be dumplings from scratch. And so after the last segment, then we're going to put it all together, and that's how we're going to have chicken dumpling soup, okay? All right, so this is a 3-in-1, part 1, 2, and 3. So stay tuned, and I'm going to start with showing you how to take the bone out of the chicken breast. All right, I'm going to adjust the camera, and we'll be back. Thank you. Okay, so we're off and running. So the first thing I want to show you is I have a wet paper towel under my cutting board, okay? You just take one sheet and you wet it, and that will keep your cutting board from slipping, all right, and moving on you. Okay, so as you can see here, I have 2 chicken breasts, okay? They're pretty big. And I'm gonna show you how to take the bone out, okay? Let's get started. All right, you're going to use any sharp knife that you have, and preferably one that is pretty thin. You don't want a thick knife because it's hard to get down to the bone when you have a thick knife. So I have this knife, and I have a paring knife. Most people have a paring knife, so I think I'm going to start with the paring knife because that's something that you may have in your house. But if you don't have a paring knife, the thinnest knife you have would be fine. Okay, so let's take a look here. So here's our bone, right? Let me adjust my camera. I'm not over enough. Okay, I think that's a little better. Yeah. Okay, so here's our bone, okay? We're gonna go down. We're gonna actually be hugging up against that bone. So when you're going down with the knife, you're gonna be feeling that bone. You're gonna go all the way down that bone, and you're gonna keep going until you get to this part, which you'll have to stop because you won't be able to go any further, okay? So let's get to that point. So I'm going down, I'm hugging up against the bone and the gristle. Okay, my paring knife is not sharp today, so I'm gonna switch and I'm using this one now, okay? There we go, much better. I'll have to sharpen my paring knife. Okay, so I'm slicing down as far as I can. Okay, and when you can't go anymore, then it's a bone that's going across this way. Okay, it's a bone going across this way. We're gonna hit that bone. Take your hand and you're gonna feel it. So it's coming out right here. Okay, follow me. Okay, so you're gonna hold the part that you already cut. Don't cut your hand, go slow. And I'm coming, see, I came right up on that little piece of bone right there. It was here, I came and sliced down. Okay, so now let's go all the way through. All right, we're through, you see that? This is just skin now. So now I can just cut the skin right off. Okay, and that's how we debone the chicken breast. Okay, now you can save this bone for future use, like if you wanted to make a chicken stock. You just keep saving these, and when you have enough, you can boil it all, and that's how you get your chicken broth for free. Okay, you just save it, put it in the freezer. When you get some more, save it, put it in the freezer. So when you get enough of them, maybe, I don't know, 4, 5, 6, you can boil it, and that's how you make chicken stock for free. Okay? All right, now I'm going to show you one more thing. Okay, I got a little piece of gristle here. Any little gristle you see, just cut that out. It was a tiny little piece of gristle. See that? Okay, so now, if you want to take the skin off the breast, right? You just turn it over and just pull. The skin is off. See that? Okay, I'm going to show you one more thing. You know how you go to the store and you buy a package of chicken tenderloins? By the way, the tenderloin is the tenderest part of the chicken breast. Well, let me show you where that's at. That's right here. So here's the front of the breast where we took the skin off, right? And if you turn it over, here's the back. Well, this is the tenderloin right here. And it's sort of just hanging all out there. You see how it's hanging off like that? Okay, so you just pull down. Straight down. And there is your tenderloin. How about that, huh? You can make like chicken nuggets with this, or chicken tenders, or anything like that, okay? And here's the breast. So, again, I've showed you how to do several things just now. I showed you how to take the bone out, the chicken breast. I showed you how to take the skin off, and I showed you how to pull off the tenderloin. Okay? All right. So we're going to do one more. And we're going to save the tenderloin and the breast because we're making our soup with that, right? So here we go again. Here's our breast. We're going to go down this bone, and it's a gristle right here. We're going to go right down here with the knife, hugging up against the bone. So you're going to feel that bone on the top of the knife as you're going down, and cut over till you can't go anymore. You'll have to stop because over here it gets thinner and you won't be able to go any further. And then remember, it was a bone going across this way. We're going to stop and take that out, and then we'll be able to free the breast from the bone. So here we go. I'm going in there. I'm hugging right up at the top. I'm kind of pushing up to the top, okay? Pushing up to the top. Okay. And I have a little piece of gristle I see right here, so let me get that out before I go any further. I don't want any gristle in there. Okay, I got that gristle out. Okay, so now we're going to take the knife and we're going in, going over as far as we can go. When you can't go no more, that's when you're going to meet up with this bone that's going across here. And it starts right here. If you just rub your hand there, you're going to feel a little sharp bone right there. So you want to go in there and come up, hugging it. Hugging it. Okay, we got it. There it is right there. See? Here it is right here. Okay? All right. So now we want to just go straight down and we're off. See? Now how easy is that? Remember to pull the skin off. We're just gonna, here's the skin. If you want to leave the skin on and eat the skin, fine. But if you want it off, you just pull up until you pull it off. Okay? All right, and remember our tenderloin. Where is it? It's sort of here. If you just push, you can see it just hanging there. See how that's just hanging there? So you just pull straight down and it's off. There's our tenderloin. Okay? And our breast. Okay? Boneless breast. If you want this excess skin off, you can just cut that down. But I don't think that's a big deal. You've gotten most of it off. Okay. So remember, we're gonna save this pot to make chicken stock. You know, one day you may not have any meat, or you may not have any food, or you may need some stock and you don't want to go buy stock. Let's say you want to, I don't know, make some stuffing and you need some stock to go in your stuffing. You can just pull this right out the freezer and put this in some water, boil it, and make your stock. How about that? So we're gonna save that right now, okay? I'm not gonna save the skin because I don't want the fat. So I have a bag here. By the way, this bag here I got from the grocery store. Every time you buy meat, if you just put your meat in a plastic bag, which they have that at the meat counter, you can start now reutilizing these bags for your meat when you want to save some in the freezer. So we're going to put this in here, tie it up, and I'm going to put it in the freezer. And now one day I'll be able to pull this out and make some stock or some soup or something, okay? You know, you might have a little bit of chicken left over and you can add that to it, and that can, you know, stretch the meal, right? On a day that you may not have any money, you never know. Okay, all right, so we just cut up we deboned our breast, so now let's cut it up. Okay, so now we're cutting it up so that we can make chicken soup, right? It doesn't really matter how you cut this up, so don't get hung up into that, because when it's going in a soup, you just want it bite-sized. So that's really the only criteria that you have to worry about here, is that you want it bite-sized, okay? Because, you know, a soup is one of those things you just put on the spoon and you put in your mouth. You don't really cut it up and all of that. It's not on a plate, it's in a bowl. Okay? So we're just cutting it up, small pieces, not tiny, but small. Yeah, we're gonna get that all cut up. Okay. And we're gonna also cut up the tenderloin too, because in this case, we're gonna use it all in the soup. And if, let's say you have some children and they don't really like soup, you could have cooked the tenderloin separately for them and saute it or put it in the air fryer, and then they would be happy too, right? As you know, kids are sometimes picky. Sometimes they won't eat soup, but if we can get them to eat soup, it's better, because they need to learn how to eat lots of things, because it teaches them the different flavors of food. And when they grow up, if they don't have a lot to go around, you know, food is a meal that you can just stretch, correct? Okay, so we got the 2 tenderloins cut up there. Okay, and this is the last chicken breast that we're cutting up. I had a little piece of fat there I cut off. I don't want that. Looks like we're gonna have a lot. Just from 2 chicken breasts. How about that? Well, they're very large chicken breasts. I had 3 in a package for $3.50, so I'm using 2. So that's about what? Maybe $1 and I don't know, less than $1.20 each. That's a good deal. And we're gonna make a pot of soup for a family of I'd say 6. That's good. Okay. So I just want to give you a visual. So here's our chicken breast that we cut up. Okay. This is going to be for our chicken soup. So I'm going to end this segment, and then we're going to go to, then I'm going to show you how to make the soup. Okay. So we're going to do this in segments, because if not, the video would be just too long. So let me give you a conclusion. So in conclusion, I'm showing you how to take 2 chicken breasts that average around, I don't know, less than $1.20 each. So that's what, $2.40. How to take 2 chicken breasts and actually make a meal out of it for a family of 6. We have to start doing that, because if you leave all of your money at the grocery store all the time, then you're always gonna be broke, right? And we can't have that. All right, we gotta save some money for a rainy day, because a rainy day is coming. Okay, so let me give you the word of the day. The word of the day is, let's see how we can skim off some meat or vegetables or some starch from one meal to feed us in another time on another meal, okay? Because after all, if we can save, why not save, okay? All right, so you take your 2 chicken breasts and see what that comes out to for you. So I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say is, well, I can't find 2 chicken breasts in the grocery store. No, you may not can. But what you can do is buy a package and divide that up and package it up in the freezer in packs of 2. And then divide up how much you paid for the package, and that's how much you'll know how much you're spending for each one of your breasts. And then you just keep doing it that way, so that each time you pull out a pack of 2, you know how much that meal is costing you, and you can kind of gauge how much money you need to spend on groceries that way, right? All right, this is Grandma Ray Don't Play. I'm Rachel, and please have someone you know to share the video with them, and press the like button if you like it, and teach somebody, your kids, your grandkids, or someone that you know, how to take the bone out of the chicken breast. Okay? All right, that could be a good Christmas gift. How about that? That's free. Okay, talk to you soon. Subscribe. Love you. Bye-bye.